Hey guys, so today I'm just going to be making this quick look, and I'm going to be doing it from bare face. So I'm going to be showing you foundation and all that kind of stuff, and then I'm just going to do the look, so hopefully it'll go pretty fast. That's my goal. This is just a very simple basic look that you can pretty much wear, I think, any age, you know, as long as you have started wearing makeup, and pretty much you can wear this anywhere. I think it's great for school, for work, for whatever. It's definitely more of a natural, simple look, but I really like it, so keep on watching and I hope this helps you out. Alright, so first off, like I said, I have nothing on my face right now. I'm just going to put my bangs back because they're just going to get in the way. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, I have not moisturized my skin yet, so I'm just going to be using a sunscreen moisturizer. This is by Murad. It's anti-aging moisturizer, SPF 20 for blemish prone skin. Now this is really expensive, so if you have the money, it's worth it. I think this is really awesome stuff, but you can just use something from the drugstore. I mean, Neutrogena makes good sunscreens, etc., etc. So I'm just going to be using that, and I'm actually going to mix it with my foundation. Of course, it's Revlon ColorStay. I'm actually using Sand Beige because my skin's a little bit tan, believe it or not. And so I'm just going to mix these together, and it actually works really, really well for a tinted moisturizer. So I just start with a little dollop of the sunscreen. I use about that much, like a little bigger maybe than a pea-size amount. So there's the foundation next to it. So it's probably a little bit too much, but whatever. So you just mix them up, mixy mixy. And then you're just going to dish all over. Make sure your hands are clean. Well, before you got to this step, make sure your hands are clean. And it's going to take a little bit more time than if you were just applying the foundation by itself, because you're having to rub in the moisturizer to your skin. So, but this is going to look a lot more natural than if you just wear the foundation. And it's also, it's just, yeah, it's going to mainly look a lot more natural. It might not give you as much coverage, but it's still going to give you a good amount of coverage. So just rub it in until you don't see any more streaks. And I usually bring it just down a little bit below the jawline. I don't put it all over my neck because it usually, I mean, I try to match my foundation to my skin, so that's not necessary. And you want to make sure you wash your hands pretty quickly after that, because the ColorStay is ColorStay. So, I mean, with the moisturizer, it helps it not to, you know, stay on so well, but you still want to wash your hands, or else you're just going to get fingerprints on everything you use after that. Alright, so from this point, I'm going to move on to the facial concealer. I'm using my ColorStay Revlon Blemish Concealer in Light, and I usually just take a little bit and kind of put it on the back of my hand. I don't know why, maybe just for sanitary reasons. And then you just take a little bit of that on just any little problem areas. Now, I'm not crazy right now about getting like 100% flawless skin, so if that's the look you're going for, then this is probably not for you. But if you already have pretty good skin, don't need a whole lot of coverage, you'll be fine with this. So I think that's pretty much all I'm going to do right now for that. Then I'm going to go with a powder. This is, I like using this one because it's more of an oil controlling primer, because I do have oily skin. This is the MAC Blot powder, and I have the shade medium, which as you can tell is really light for some reason. And then just taking a powder brush, my Eco Tools one with that, I'm just going to buff this on everywhere. Now you can use a pressed powder if you want, like a colored powder. This is more translucent. If you want a little extra coverage, you can do that. Alright, next I'm going to be doing the under eye concealer. I wait to do the powder first because sometimes it kind of makes the concealer go everywhere and mess up, so I like to do that afterwards. So I'm just using my Cargo Blu-ray concealer. I've raved about this stuff. I do still like it a lot. And just going underneath the eye, my dark circles. It's important to keep the concealer just on the dark circle itself. Don't go under it too much unless you're going to bring it like way, way down here, which you can do, but that's just a lot of product that you're going to be using, and it still might look kind of funny. So I'd recommend just keeping it on the dark circle. So then I usually go in with another layer. As you can tell, my circles are a little bit dark. So once you get that on, I'm going to take just a large fluffy kind of eyeshadow brush and pick up the Laura Mercier Secret Brightening Powder. You can just use any really finely milled loose powder. Something like an HD powder will probably suffice just as well. I just have had this for a while and haven't run out, so I still use it. Okay, so that's actually going to be it for the face makeup, I guess. Okay, I think I'm actually going to move on to bronzer right now. Sometimes I do it now, and sometimes I do it after I make up. It just depends on what mood I'm in. I'm using my Sally Hansen Natural Beauty Spring Bronzer, and I'm just going to be using this matte, very natural tan color. A similar color to that would be like the Too Faced Chocolate Soleil bronzer, which I've been wanting for a long time, but I don't need it because this is the same color, but this one doesn't smell like chocolate, so. And then I'm just using just whatever brush you have, just a different one. This is the Bare Essentials Flawless Application Face Brush. And then I'm just going to go ahead and take this kind of on the temples, a little bit on the cheekbone, and then on the jawbone. So it's kind of this three shape, backwards three, at least on this side. I don't always wear bronzer, but if it's summer, I like to add just a little bit because sometimes my foundation is a little too light or something, and I just like how it adds a little bit more dimension. I'm not usually a bronzer girl though. Okay, so we're going to move on to the eyes now. First you want to start with an eyeshadow base. This is very important. I use the Too Faced Shadow Insurance. I've had this stuff for years, have not run out. I use it very often. It's good stuff. And just take a tiny amount and just apply that all over your eyelid area, wherever you're going to be putting color. Alrighty, so onto the eyeshadow. I'm just going to be using kind of a mix of colors, but I'll show you what I've got. So the first color I'm going to be using is the MAC Jest. It's this peachy, shimmery peach right here. I recommend that everybody have some kind of a peach color because it really does emphasize just about every eye color. I mean, I haven't seen one eye color that it doesn't make pop a little bit extra, so really like this color too. Even something a little bit peachier would be good too. I'm just using my Eco Tools eyeshadow brush for this. And I'm going to go ahead and apply this just on the eyelid and then kind of up into the crease too. So just a little bit into the crease. So I kind of brought this out on the corners a little bit, just kind of flick the brush out, just to give it a little extra kind of pull and make it look a little different. So that's the peach. Then I'm going to go ahead and do the crease color. And I'm just going to be using a matte, kind of a medium brown. This is from the Cargo Essential Palette in Dark Neutral. And that's the crease color, obviously, that I'm using. I'm using my Red Earth Tapered Blending Brush. It's just a small crease brush. And then just go right in the crease with that. A little bit above the crease, too. Now, if you do have hooded eyelids where you don't really have a crease, but it kind of folds over your lid area, you can go ahead and just kind of create a crease. I'm sure you've probably, experimented with that and know what works for you. So this isn't just for people with creases. You can definitely add that to your hooded eyelids. And if you have very deep set eyes, I would recommend doing the darker color actually right along the lash line. That'll just help balance that, just that deep set. So as you can tell, I am going pretty much in the crease all the way around. Sometimes I just like to stay on the outer corner, especially because my eyes are more close set, but you can pretty much do whatever you want. Alright, so now for the highlight color, just using a large fluffy eyeshadow brush, and I'm going to pick up that brow bone. It's a matte kind of vanilla color. I really like matte eyeshadows. That's why I actually filmed this video once, which some of you probably know. I had a teaching going on in the background, which I wasn't even thinking. I was like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna listen to this, and then I like posted it, and everybody's like, oh, that's so annoying, and I'm like, oh, whoops, I didn't even think about that. So it's okay because the look was good, but I just wanted to do something a little bit different, and so I'm glad that I had that chance to, and I like this better. So all that to say that I like matte eyeshadows, because the other one I did like all shimmer pretty much, and I don't know, I just think that it's a little bit more current right now to be using more matte, but a little bit of shimmer is good too. So I'm just taking this on the brow bone and kind of blending it into the crease color just a little bit so it's not as harsh. Alright, so I think I'm going to just add a little bit of the peach color on the tear duct, kind of. I just was kind of looking at it and like, hey, that'd probably look good. So I'm just going to extend that just really lightly. I know it's kind of easy to get too much in there, but you really just want a little bit, and that'll just highlight and look really nice. Okay, and I just used a small eyeshadow brush for that. I'm going to take some more of that crease color, the matte brown that we used, and I'm just going to run that underneath the eye, just to give a little bit of, kind of just bring it all together, and then we're going to be putting some eyeliner just on the top lash line. Okay, so for the eyeliner, I'm going to be using eyeshadow, but I'm going to wet my brush, so it's going to make it a little bit darker. If you want, you can use a dark brown like this one, just a matte color, but I'm actually going to go for a black. This is MAC Typographic. It's a matte black color, and this is just an angled eyeliner brush. You can find these anywhere. This one I got at Walmart for really cheap, and it's good. So I just got that a little bit damp, and then I'm just going to pick up some of that eyeshadow and then just kind of take a Kleenex and just get off the excess color. Get off, whatever, wipe off the excess color. Okay, so get a little closer for you guys. Ugh, my back is hurting from sitting in this weird position right now. I don't know why. So you're just gonna run this along the top lash line. Now if you want to make this look a little bit softer and more like smoky, you don't have to get it wet. You can just put it on there and it'll still give you that color, but it'll be, you know, smokier, easier too. This is a little bit more complicated, but when you get the eyeshadow wet like this, it's actually way easier than if you use a gel eyeliner. I don't know why. I think it's psychological. And this brush just makes it so easy to give you just that sweet little wing on the end where it's not extreme, but it just really elongates the eye and makes it look nice. So that's pretty much all I'm going to do for the eyeliner. Just really simple. Alright, so that's it for the eyes. I'm going to do my eyebrows, and I just use a brow gel. This one I just got. It's the Anastasia Clear Brow Gel. If you want to fill yours in a little bit, you can, but I'm just going to apply this. Ooh, this smells really potent. I think it's because it's got like alcohol in it or something. It actually kind of smells like hairspray. It's weird. Alrighty, and then for mascara, I'm just going to be using something pretty natural. You can go with whatever. If you want more dramatic lashes, go for it. It'll still look good. I'm using the Maybelline Waterproof Full and Soft. This stuff is really good, by the way. And then I'll put a little bit on the bottom too. Alright, so that's it for the eyes. Now moving on to cheeks. You can pretty much go with whatever kind of color you want. I was first going to use more of a rosy neutral color, but then I was like, I wanted to do this for the lips, and so I'm like, I want to match the lips a little bit more. So I'm going to use my Illamasqua powder blush in Tweak, just a matte very vibrant red, reddish pink color. And you don't need very much of this to go a long way. So just kind of smile. I like to make this kind of weird fish face, and then for some reason it just applies really well because I don't really have cheekbones. So just gonna start on the apples, kind of the lower apples. Don't go too far in because this can make you look kind of sunburned if you're not careful. I'm just gonna bring a little bit along the cheekbones too. Alrighty, now for the lips, I'm using this one that I just got by Urban Decay. It's Lip Love Honey Infused Lip Therapy in Lolita. This reminds me a lot of a lip gloss that Mark used to make. It's actually really, really similar, but it smells like honey, crazily. I like this lip gloss a lot because it's not sticky at all, but it probably won't last as long as some of the sticky ones, but whatever, it's okay. Alright, so let me zoom out a little bit. That's the finished look. Yeah, that's it. Okay, hopefully you like this, guys. Let me know if you have any questions or requests. I'm going to continue making tutorials, so please let me know what you want to see, and I will try to do it and do my best for you. So thanks so much for watching, and I will talk to you soon. Bye!